Welcome back, guys, to day 2 of the suspension project. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to outsource probably some of that sandblasting. I've been trying to do it in the sandblaster I have over there. Too many pieces and too much rust, unfortunately. So I won't be able to do the brakes and things like that here, but I'm looking to outsource some of that work, hopefully in the next couple days. In the meantime, we've got some new headlights. They're going to go in. Hopefully these will help me seeing in the middle of the night while driving around. Also a wiper transmission that has been seized. It worked a little while ago, and now it's finally stopped working. So I had used rubber grommets on here instead because I didn't have the plastic inserts. I did pick some up on eBay that were 3D printed, so we're going to put them on. I'll show you how I did that because I don't know how to do it yet. And we will get to work, and as you can see, the car is inside now. Everything's coming along great. We're going to finally start buttoning this thing up and get the parts together. So I'm going to start with the headlights. This is probably the most fun job that's going to be done today, so I'll start with the fun stuff first, and we'll get these installed. I did change them in the wintertime. I just bought some cheap ones on eBay, put some LED light bulbs in them, and I was blinding everyone. So I'm hoping this is going to make a big difference. They do look pretty nice with the black ring. I may paint the chrome trim black as well. So we'll get that going. I'm going to uncover it and we'll get started. Let's go. Here are the front headlights. And here are the new ones, much nicer. So that should be pretty good. Darken it up a bit. I think that chrome ring painted black will be really nice on here. Or I could put 6 across the front, no big deal. So these ones here I picked up a little while ago. They weren't necessarily the best, super cheap though. They're about 14 bucks a piece. If you're looking just for something maybe for off-road, this would be pretty good, but it spreads the beam way too much. As you can see here, it's kind of all over the place. The high beams kind of shoot this way and the other way, and I was hoping for more, but what do you expect? We've got these screws on this side. There's 3 on the other side, as you can see there. This plastic cover comes off, and we'll be back after we take that off. Ooh. There you have it. Covers off, sitting up there. Oh, a little bright. Covers off, sitting up there. Screws are in the biscuit container. And now we're moving on to the chrome trim. So the chrome trim is held on by 3 screws. One here, one on the other side, on the driver's side, and one directly down here. So there's 3 total. And what you're going to do is not actually take them all the way out. You just have to loosen them a little bit. As you can see, I've already done that. Now we're loose. So you take this whole piece, give her a twist. Helps if you use 2 hands. And that slides out of this little piece right here. You can see up and down. So that comes out. This one comes out. And so does the whole headlight. So there she goes. Lights out. We'll be right back. Also, if you like biscuits, eat these. These are from the dollar store. Amazing. Put that there. Good place to put screws. I should really get a magnetic one, but today we're not. All right. Headlight is out. As you can see, the stock plug is a 3-prong. So ground, high beam, low beam. This pot we will clean up. That's disgusting. And here you have the 3 pieces that hold this light on. Quite simple. These are the bulbs I had in it before. There's a nice little heatsink and a fan. LEDs, I figured since the lighting in this car was so poor, this would help. Unfortunately, it did not. It just blinded everyone, and I still couldn't see anything. So I'm hoping the new lights will work. We'll try one out here. It comes with an H4 halogen, and it's in that box over there. We'll hook it up, try it out. If that bulb in there is no good, we will try this bulb as well. Now, that looks great, but it won't stay in. So you see these little tabs here on the side. Here and here. There's 3 total. On this casing, there's a tab there, and a tab there, and as well on the bottom. So in order for it to fit perfectly in these tabs, this light needs to be a little bit off kilter. Now it says top here. I'd like to keep it at the top. Comme ça, which I'm not sure. We're just gonna have to keep trying. I'm gonna try and force that ring on to keep it in place. See if spinning it makes any difference. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty good. In comparison to that side, now it's classic car look, but it's a little bit of classic car with not too much modification. Let's turn them on and try them out. So these don't actually look all that bad. Not too bright. As far as, I don't think it'll be blinding anyone. When you actually hit the high beams, whoops, wrong side. Once you hit the high beams, they actually light up higher than they normally would. So I think we're okay there. I know before, in the last set of lights that I had, they actually didn't make any difference when I hit the high beams. So we'll head out actually and have a look. So from the stop sign, you can see the left is quite a bit brighter, actually passenger side. I don't know if that's enough to blind you. We'll move into the other lane. And yeah, it's pretty bright. So I may have to just aim them downward and out, but I think we've got a pretty solid line of sight. So we'll put them back together and we'll see how it goes. Oh, just kill it! This monster bug. Get out of here, you. What kind of bug is he? I don't know. June bug, maybe? It's not even June. Crawl up there, you. Go! Go here! Go! And don't come back! first coat of paint. Threw them in the sandblaster. These things look amazing. This should stop it from rusting a little bit. I went with the gray just to do a little something different. You're not going to see them anyway, but I'll know that they're there. And now that those are done, we are going to move on to the wiper linkage. Let's get started. Here we have some 3D printed wiper linkage pieces. This has been an issue for me for a little while. I've got these, actually I've had these for a long time, and I'm finally getting to put them on now. I picked these up on eBay with some great reviews, so we're going to throw them on and see how it works out. These pieces go onto this bar. It is double-ended, and one side goes to the motor, one side goes to the actual transmission pieces. I did have rubber grommets in there before. They worked temporarily, but as you saw previously, my wiper transmission was C-solid. So these two pieces go from link to link, and these two pieces go from the motor to the linkage. These pieces on the linkage are actually in good shape, so I might keep them as is, and then we're just going to put these two on and connect it to the motor. Well, Alan wasn't kidding. I can tell you right now, this stuff works amazing. This has been literally about 5 minutes. I did a couple sprays, did a little bit of the heat gun on there, warmed it up, dried it off, give it a wipe, sprayed it again, and instantly, look at that, one finger, we're back in business. Now, as you can see on this side, we do have some rust on this piece right here. So my guess is that this side was probably the worst spot. And this little chrome ring here is actually a snap ring. So what we're going to try and do later on is take that snap ring off. This probably slides out, and I'll be able to clean all that up, put it back in. There must be a nylon seal or something in there, and this is why it's seized. But so far so good. It really moves great. I'm going to still let it soak for a little while. Here we have the wiper transmission. As you can see now, this moves very nicely and very loose. So these pieces here are to replace these here. Now these look like they're in pretty good shape, so I'm actually going to leave them as is until they break. I will keep those in stock. This bar that runs along here goes from here to here, which then this turns, pulling this back and forth. So I believe this is okay. We're just going to have to put it on, try it out, and these round pieces down here click inside of this piece and go over the ball. So we're going to try that, see how it works. And there you have it. We have a repaired wiper linkage. Now, this seems to be okay. I don't know how well it's going to stay. The quality of the printing seems pretty nice. It's pretty smooth, and I don't feel like there'd be any binding or any issue with slipping. So I've re-greased these fittings. This seems to be okay. And for now, we're just going to install it on the car so we can drive. I do see some rust here and things like that. Now, as you guys probably can tell already, I don't like rust, and it's going to need to be cleaned up eventually, but for now it's going to get us on the road, so we're going to go ahead and install it. We are back now, second day, day 2 of the headlight restoration. These pots turned out really nice. I used a nice gray trim clad on this. Pretty solid, and the finish was awesome. Now, bound to the fun part. So, got some wiring today, got some clips and some relays. We're going to hook these up. These lights actually come with a little blue ricer LED inside there, which is out currently. I think there's one in here. There it is. So what we're going to do is take those out, and we're going to replace them with some amber LEDs, which I picked up on Amazon. We're going to try them out. As there's lots of amber on the front, so hopefully it turns out pretty well. The fog lights as well are going to be a little yellow, so it'll be a nice cast of yellow on the road. So we're going to go ahead, get started, and let's assemble. And there you have it. Looks pretty good. Not too bad. I wish that white ring actually would be covered, but I can look into that at a later date. I did paint the chrome trim that goes over there with some rocker guard, so that should help that as well. Next, I think we'll move on to these fog lights. These are single LEDs. I'm going to put them underneath the bumper there, probably a little bit further back to not make them stand out too much. And maybe we'll throw the front lip on here and see how this all looks. Next up, we're going to put in some of these fog lights. These actually come apart in the center, and they'll be mounted underneath there and there. also with a nice gold color. I'm going to put a yellow, I'm going to be installing yellow overlays in the center to kind of give it a nice yellow fog light look. And we're going to move on to that next and get some wiring done.